So we start off with an overlook of the city. Over here, you'll have kind of a rundown part of town. Over here is like just high rises and interplanetary services, and and there's a spaceship that comes down in the background, and then it kind of scrolls down to show Phoenix Free High, and it goes into the classroom. Teacher says, "Who can tell me what the name of our state used to be before it was annexed into the U.S. in 2664?" Miss Adelheid. Republic of Deutschland. Very good, Adele. We're very lucky to have Miss Adelheid in our class. Her mother's an anthropologist, and her father is former president and current mayor, Balthazar Sandry. Were you home when the Xylus raided your house in the raid 2807? How many aliens did your dad kill in his army days? Jeffrey, Adam, stop harassing her. And then the intercom just goes over and goes, Adelheid Sandry to the front office to go, please. Adelheid Sandry to the front office to go. Welp, later, nerds. Oh, hi, Aaron. It's Adelheid, Dad. Hi, Adelheid. Sorry to pull you out of class on your first day of high school. Something came up, nothing serious. That's okay. First day is always boring. At least 3 people asked how many Xylats you've killed. Well, good thing I'm not interrupting anything. I got an emergency assignment from the Human Xylat Peace Committee, and I figured it was best to get you settled in as soon as possible. Alright, fellas, we're out of the human-only zone. Oh, cool. Aliens. They'll be staying at the house until there's a spaceship to take them back home. How did they get past customs? Our immigration quota has already been met this year. Their master attempted to invade illegally. The military decided to spare these 2 because they're slaves and probably had no choice in the matter, but they're the only 2. Ah, humans say it so easily. No big deal, just a slight genocide. You probably commit 2 a day. He's had a really rough day today. Sikoro obdrive pioli? Lu. Oh. Now, Aaron. It's Adelheid, Dad. Sorry, no, Adele. These guys are highly dangerous. In the invasion, the big one killed 6 soldiers before they captured him. I don't want you in danger, so I'm sending you to the Jacksons. Dad, are you crazy? Aliens trying to invade Earth are staying at our house, and you want me to leave? It's dangerous. A human killed the short one's kid. What if they hold a grudge against humans? I won't have you buy them if they snap. Hey, mister. Oh. Dad, feel the fur. It's like a condensed kitten. That's not all. The vocals are like a kitten's, too. He's too sad right now. Sometimes they purr if you do this. Well, you 2 come inside for some food. Why is the white one so tiny? He's a cave xylet. You're used to seeing meadow xylets like off Nasi. It cuts to inside. This is like a picture of over the, this is a table, and this is not the table, and Balthazar sets some food down. Afanasi looks at it, turns. Like Roklesin? He asked if you have a permit to feed us. You know, I shouldn't need to have a permit to feed anyone. But yeah, I have one. Tuh. And Balthasar starts putting water in front of them, and Afanasi wags his tail and then drinks it. Their planet Lata is going barren. Water, food, and oxygen are scarce there, much harder to get a hold of there than they were here. I would have rather dried up and died on Lata than to mingle with the human savages. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. Take it easy with the alien magic. I understand you've had really bad experiences with humans. Really, I understand, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ran suspension for the whole 2 right here. I'm in a lot of pain. That's why Afanasi's been carrying me. Do you want to sleep with a few heating pads? Yeah. I set up a sleeping place for Afanasi, but there's only 3 rooms and it's illegal for me to leave 2 undocumented Xylats alone together, so you're gonna have to sleep in my room. Come on, I'll show you there. And Root jumps on Balthasar's back and doesn't look very pleased with it, and he walks off screen. Also, Afanasi walks off screen, which I didn't draw, but he does. And so it's just Adele at the table and, you know, knocks over to the empty glass of water. Turns out Xylats sleep in piles. Scared me. Why do they all have human names? It was a trend on Lada for a while. You said that their planet was going barren, so it makes sense they would invade, right? since they can't come here legally until the quota resets. Oh God. And then it fades to daytime, and then there's a little door on the top of the building here, and they all walk outside. Adele and Afanasi get to the top level. Baltazar and Rurik stay down low, and Baltazar's picking blackberries. Why is your face wet? Did you spill water on yourself? Wet? Sweat? Are you talking about sweat? This is how humans keep cool. Our skin excretes toxins of water, kind of like urine, and the water cools us off. We have to wash afterwards, or the toxins will give us pimples, and I get enough of those as is. Wow! It sounds really disgusting when I explain it out loud. Ew, you're slimy. Do you want to try blackberry, or xylit's strictly carnivorous? Cave xylats are technically omnivores. Our diet has more fruits and bugs than the meadow xylats. Bugs? You only think it's disgusting because earth bugs are horrific. They're so plainly colored I refused to eat them at first. Finally tried a brown-shelled one. It was horrible. You ate a cockroach? The flying white ones were okay, but much harder to catch. And a moth? Well, if I see any moths, I'll be sure to catch them for you. And Adele and Afnas are just eating random produce they've gathered. Oh, Adele, it's already time to take you to school. And that's Phoenix Free High. Just didn't bother doing the sign. Then you hear the school bell ring, and then all the students start coming out. School's been released. And Adele High's walking out, and she notices the Jacksons. And Kate says, "Your dad asked us to take you home. You get to take the Jackson Express." It's hardly an express. You guys don't even own a car. We can't all be as rich as your dad. Speaking of your dad, the Human Xylat Peace Committee has been watching him like a hawk to make sure he doesn't let the Xylats do anything illegal. And if they don't, will the committee give them visas? Well, no, they just won't kill them. That's a good thing, though. If they stayed on Earth, they'd be homeless. Xylat side of town is overcrowded already. That's why we have the quota. They can stay with Dad and me. Malcolm helps out here. Baltazar only accepted this case because the committee made him. You know your dad has trust issues with Xylats in his house. He'd have to fall in love with one before you willingly let them on his lawn. And she makes a sly smile. I didn't do a good job. It just looks angry, but it's supposed to be sly. And then it cuts to a park. You know, there's a couple of Xylats there having a picnic. And then Afanasi starts jumping across the screen. And because he's been jumping, he's breathing heavily. Kyo kyo. Kyo Rutaski. And Rick says, I've never seen him this happy. It's going to be hard to convince him to come back home. Hey, Dad, let's set up the picnic here. And Hyde puts down the blanket. I don't know why you insisted we go here instead of the park we always go to. Well, we can't take them to our park. It's humans only. Yeah, but people are staring. So, we have two Xylats who are going to be on Earth for a week. Imagine going to a new planet for a week, but being cooped up in a house. Hands off Nasi chicken as he walks by. And then he pulls out a jar full of moths and he hands it to Rurik. And Rurik's very excited about it. Baltasar goes, I saw them sleeping, so I grabbed them. I have some fruit too if you're still hungry afterwards. You're done already, huh? Hey, Afanasi, do you want to play catch? And this part's going to be subtitled because they're not speaking English. Saisi kepisin saipo kepioli. Kilas sisi kepioli pepe silo kepsisin. Okay. You're being a little too daring today, Adele. Dad, what's the worst case scenario? Give me a few minutes, I'm sure I'll think of one. Adele, wait! I'm not done thinking of how this could go wrong! And then he threw the ball, and Afanasi catches it, does a little spin, and then throws it again. I guess he appreciates freedom more than me. I envy that. I'm scared of it. Strange, not being told where to be, having to make my own choices. How do I know what I want? Nobody's telling me what I want. I don't see how you don't have a heart attack. Oh no, I'm constantly terrified all of the time. I just contain myself around others. Anyway, off topic. I want to learn about Xylite magic. Can you show me? Magic. Humans see something you can't explain and you call it magic. It's called Pika, and I can only use red Pika, which is harmful, and white, which heals injuries you don't have. I've been hit by red magic before, just don't do it hard. You're serious? Yeah, I think this whole Pika thing is amazing. Just be gentle. Wow, that's really cool. Painful, but cool. Can you heal it? You're the best. And, sorry, it fades into them sitting down at a pond near their house, sun setting. And Afanassi's just looking over, like, happily, wagging his tail, and Rook says, and it cuts to Rook and Baltzar, and Rook says, you know, I actually like you. I wanted to hate you. I wanted to see you as the same type of beast I was told about growing up that took Flatasy. I wanted to hate you. I want to hate humans. I know how that feels. I don't know how Xylite shows support, so I'm doing this. And Afanasi points at Adele's watch, so she takes it off and gives it to him, and he whispers into it. And it translates, I figured out your plan. Gaieta goes, you figured out my plan. Oh, sorry. You figured out my plan. Hey, look. I'm sorry. And whisper. And so Baltzar gets a flower and puts it in Rubik's hair. And then marks off day of the month. I'm sorry, the montage starts and it marks off day of the month. Sitting on the couch. His face paint comes off. And Baltzar's like, I got mascara, man, you're covered. And he puts it on him. And it marks another day off, and they're watching a sad movie. Adele high fives Afanasi in the background, and Root comforts Balthazar. Marks another day, and they're out watching the sunset. Rick is worried about going home. Balthazar notices and looks ahead, and it shows them they're holding hands, and it marks another day. And then the montage stops, like the music fades out. Look, I don't work for the Peace Committee, but I have ties, and I know things I shouldn't have kept secret to you two. I'm sure you two are happy to go back to Lata tomorrow, but in the 2 years you spent on the ride to Earth, a lot changed. There's not enough oxygen on Lata to support Xylates anymore. It's officially barren, and only 20 recorded Xylates still live there, and they're all miserable. I'm sorry. We know, that's why we invaded. The elderly were dead, and the middle-aged were weak. We knew if we didn't take action, we'd die too. I skipped that frame, by the way. Came a day early, or sorry, there's a knock at the door, and Delhi's sitting on the couch. Came a day early, huh? Can I help you? I'm Agent Derek from the Human Xylite Peace Committee. We're here to collect the 2 illegal Xylates for our security screening and departure tomorrow. Hey, slow down. I want you to think for a minute. You set a quota on the dying people, you killed their kids, and now you want to ship them to a lonely, miserable planet? Look, you give these bats an inch, they'll take a mile. Let them stay here, and next thing you know, they'll be wanting food and rights for us to stop killing them. Do you hear yourself when you talk? Mr. Mayor, our intel suggests you're getting friendly with the Xylates. We didn't think you were this friendly. Do you remember what happened last time you let a Xylate into your house? Phi-Portai was a monster, but just because one Xylate took Billy and Angel doesn't mean I should make every Xylate pay for it. A human killed Rook's kid within hours of me meeting him, and he still found no room in his heart to hate me. We can get the police involved, sir. No, you can't, because an illegal Xylate is considered government property, which means that as the mayor, I hereby grant Rook and Afanasi lifetime visas. I got that statement on tape. That's my girl. Take that, you oppressive creeps. Fine, Mr. Mayor. If you're so fond of Xylates, you can take care of this, bad-loving politician. Kill? And the pet crate, sorry, there's a voice from the pet crate. I just got a text. Voice from the pet crate goes, Kill? Whose baby is this? Rook's. We didn't kill him, just ran a few tests. And Rook jumps on his back and goes, Flatasy! And you can hear the baby inside go, Fa-fa! And that's the end.